Hello friends, it's Mike here at Guitar Tricks, back with another in my series on the CAGED system. And we've landed right into the middle of the CAGED acronym to the G chord shape. We're gonna once again demonstrate this in the key of D. So I'm gonna start off with my open G shape here in open position, using my pinky, ring, and middle finger to fret those, leaving my index finger so that when I slide up to a D note, which is going to have the root at the 10th fret of the low string, I'm going to have to place my index finger on the 7th fret to bar down and make this a D major chord using an open G shape. Okay, so remember in the previous videos we covered the 2nd position, the 5th position, and now with this open G shape, we've got the 7th position in this key. Now, of course, there is a scale pattern connected to this chord shape. You always want to relate the chord shape to the scale pattern. And in this case, this particular pattern covers 2 full octaves. Okay, so it just works out that way nicely. And of course, you want to grab some of the notes that are below the low root note that are available to you just in practical application of using this scale just to make music, right? All right, so we've got our chord shape, and once again I should reiterate that this open G shape, it's not really a shape that we use commonly doing it on all 6 strings, but we'll certainly use parts of it to play and embellish off of. And this is a really popular one. It's sort of like the Hendrix. Okay, sort of a Hendrix-y right there, and you can embellish off this chord shape. What lends itself well to this is just barring down on the 7th fret with your index finger on the D, G, and B string, and then having the notes available to you from the scale pattern. Great, so let's look at what our 4 and 5 chords look like in this particular position. So our G chord is the 4 chord, and that's going to be an open C shape in this position. Okay, where you've got the root here, 10th fret of the A string with your pinky. All right, and then it's an A chord, which is going to be the 5 chord, which is the D shape in this particular position. And as I showed you in the previous lesson, you can fret it here, in this case on the 9th fret of the low string, or add it up 9th fret of the high string. Kind of your choice, or just play the A power chord in that position, right? So remember, you can add your chord arpeggiations in here, tie it to the scale, and this is a great position, as I mentioned, for that Hendrix-y sort of thing. I should mention that, of course, the major scale isn't the only scale that you can attach to this position. You can also do the major pentatonic scale as well, okay? Which, in this case for D, would be, all right, just that minor pentatonic box used for major. And you have to be clear on where your root notes are. In this position, you've got your D on the 10th fret of the low string, 7th fret of the 3rd string, 10th fret of the high string. Okay. Of course, this also works for your minor chords, so experiment with that. Minor 1, 4, and 5 chords, as well as the minor scale pattern in this particular position. All right, I hope this helps, and we'll see you on the next video.